Welcome to PoliPulse, your daily South African political pulse. Today, the Madlanga Commission is back in the spotlight, and there are fresh revelations about state capture that you need to hear. Stick with me for the breakdown. Here's what's happening. Click, like, and subscribe. Roll the clips.
The Madlanga Commission keeps laying bare how serious cases unravel inside the justice system. On Tuesday, August 4th, the hearing moved through the arrest of senior police officers, the fight over a missing Section 27 referral, and the questions around prosecutor-led investigations. This briefing walks the strongest moments on the record and what they mean.
I did not know how
Stay
it
with
came
it.
about, but what I know is a case cannot be handled or done in the IDEC without the ID knowing. Therefore, I don't know how this team was composed, but honestly speaking, I didn't want to get myself involved in why was this done, why was not, because I was not part of the team at the time.
You give the impression that you did not want to step on the ID's toes. You did not want to ask her difficult questions. So you said, if she made the decision, I will live with it. I won't even question it. That's the impression you are giving me.
And I'll agree to that, Commissioner. Because as the head of the office, you would have made decisions. I can't ask questions on, especially questioning how this team was composed, why not involve me, or why not involving Advocate Paul Law, who was overseeing this. At the time, I didn't ask myself many questions on the composition of the team, but it didn't look right to me that a case of this magnitude was, on the day of the arrest, handled by a junior. I didn't take it further than that, but it didn't look right.
Sorry, you say in paragraph 34, your involvement ended after the court appearance, but I don't think you mean end, because in paragraph 35, you say you were called to a meeting on the 8th of August, and at that meeting, the ID informed you that she had decided to include you in the matter. So it was not end forever.
That is correct, Chair.
So there was an intervening period during which you were not involved. That is after the court appearance in June. And then in August, you are brought in by the ID herself.
That is correct, Chair. I'm saying my involvement ended there with the bail application because I was not part of that team. I was not supposed to be part of the team. I went there and helped with the bail application, and my involvement in as far as they ended there.
Yes.
But coincidentally, about 2 weeks after, then I'm called for a meeting where I'm formally then involved or designated by the ID into the matter. After the bail application, I did not work on this case. I did not discuss it. I continued to my work. I'm overseeing a group. I'm also having my own cases. I'm doing it. I concentrated on my work. I forgot about this case until on the 8th, when I was called to a meeting by the ID.
The 8th of August.
On the 8th of August, and which is then on paragraph 35, on or about 8 August.
Maybe before you discuss, you go to paragraph 8. Let me ask my question, and again, it goes back to wanting to understand the reporting and role of Mr. Sissoko. You have this experience now on the 27th of June, and you note all these wrong things about it. Isn't that typically something that would have had to go into the discussion? Because part of it sounds like resource allocation, right? Isn't that something that would have typically gone into the reporting to the, is it OMC or something, when you make those monthly reports and get it addressed there? Is that not?
I agree, Commissioner. It's something that ought to have been raised in that structure. I'm not sure if it was at the later stage, but from the date of the bail application when the case was postponed until up to the 8th, I don't remember. I don't think we had an OMC. But these are type of issues that are dealt with in the OMC. resource requirements, where there's shortages, and even these challenges that how is the team dealing with such a big case and there's no deputy.
So you say you don't remember whether it was raised or that you had a meeting after that. Is that?
That is correct. Between the 27th, when the case was in court, and the 8th of August, when I was involved in the case. But then from the moment I was involved, and the commission will see, as I'm calling meetings of this team, I'm also copying Mr. Salk. I'm involving him in the matter.
And where is Mr. Lowe in all of this by the time you get called on the 8th of August and you are now told this is your matter? Where is he?
He was never involved in the case at all, Commissioner. He was not part of this case at all. Ever? Even though the type of case resided in the group that he was overseeing, but he was never involved. He was not designated in this case.
Okay, thank you. And do you know why? Did you ever get an explanation, even informally, why you are the one that's been called on the 8th of August and he's not involved?
I did not ask why, but as I'm going through my statement, Commissioner, you'll see that I take it when I was called in, maybe it might have been the ID got, like I left a message with a PA, and she then gave a go ahead. Okay. Maybe because I helped on the first day. Let me. I nearly said Somar. Let me proceed with Sirunye because he helped on that day. I think
you could have said Somar. We've had worse.
Yes. So I believe she involved me and not him because I went to help on the first day, and because when she called me on the 8th, she said, I've decided to involve a DDPP in the case, and I want you to be part of it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Just to correct you on the intervening period, you said that after the court appearance, you were not involved until the 8th of August 2025, when you were called to a meeting and told that you would be included in the matter. The court appearance was on 27 June.
27 June.
Yes, 2025.
I'm very sorry.
You said, you said the intervening period was 2 weeks, so it was over a month.
It was over a month. I'm thinking the appearance was on the 27th of July. It was actually on the 27th of June.
Yes, all right.
That is correct.
And just to add an important fact, it may or may not be relevant. Between the court appearance and the 8th of August, 6 July happened.
Indeed, Commissioner, the address to the nation by the general, Mr. Mkwanazi, that happened, and.
What if your fridge could give you more? Spend less on electricity. Spend more on you. Save more, flex more. Buy a qualifying DeFi appliance and get a 500 Rand electricity voucher on us. Save on electricity, flex on life.
And then he mentioned this case. And I thought, how come? I didn't really... I thought, for the moment that I was in court and left the court, much as I didn't know what happened before, I didn't see anything sinister that when he mentioned the case and how it was handled, and that to be honest, I doubted his remarks at the time, to put it bluntly. I doubted his remarks at the time about this case, and for the longest of time I did. And until now, recently, in the last maybe 2-3 weeks of the evidence that we had in this commission, that's when I started realizing maybe, and I said it to one of our colleagues even this morning when we were having tea, that it appears I sort of found myself in an offside position, or at least handled a ball with my hands. In fact, I sort of feel a little bit angry if I think about it, that it feels like I was set up, not only me, but Hlachwayo as well. I think junior as she was, I don't think she was supposed to have been involved in this case. And looking at it now, it appears to me she was set up.
But I think you are being unfair to yourself. You are still going to come to this later in your statement. You have placed before us an annexure in which you actually questioned the merits of the case, and you prepared quite a lengthy document.
That is the picture so far from the Madlanga Commission.
That you had
the testimony is
about
not
the merits
abstract.
of the
It maps
case
onto stations,
itself.
dockets,
Of course, I'm
and
sure
families
that
waiting
what you
for
are
answers.
talking about now
Subscribe
is
for the next long-form
possible
briefing.
impropriety
This is commentary and analysis,
with
not a
regard
court
to
record.
why the case was in.
And that's your PoliPulse brief for today. If this helped you make sense of the madness, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a breakdown. For more South African stories from a youth perspective, check out our sister channel at Mzansi Pulse. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay sharp, South Africa.